well, this is interesting. Which sport do you consider to be the healthiest for overall health, muscle, cardiac mobility, etc.?
Healthiest. Should we put longevity in there as well?
Yeah, of
Right.
course.
Because then injury risk is a factor in health.
Yeah.
Which takes American football off the table.
I mean, that's not even close to a healthy sport.
Healthiest.
American football would be like top 5 most unhealthy sports.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be reaching
the obesity,
here.
Like that sport is so unhealthy. It's not even funny.
These have to be real sports. We can't go grasping at like random games that we're calling sports. We're talking like real sports.
Yeah. Like, so my mind goes to, and this, I wouldn't call this a real sport because there are competitions for it. I don't actually, you know what? Here's what my mind first goes to. Sorry for the stuttering. I think my cold is just destroying me, or I'm having a stroke. My mind goes to rucking.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that a sport.
Okay, so even if there are competitions for it, we're not going to call that a sport. It's not a mainstream sport, that's for sure. But that would be in my mind like the healthiest or among the healthiest. But we're not going to include that because for the context of this discussion, we're not calling that a sport. We're talking about mainstream sports.
We're talking real sports. And I don't think anyone who rucks is offended by that.
I think you'd be surprised. Okay.
I think you haven't posted on the internet in too long, Michael.
Yes.
Not baseball.
Okay.
Just not enough activity.
Not even. They're fucking chewing tobacco.
This is deductive reasoning.
No, man.
When you throw injury,
and a real sport doesn't have to be a team sport, by the way. Like I know you go that route.
I'm well aware. Okay, I'm well aware.
Okay. Hockey is off the list only because like it's just so dangerous. But like
hockey's not off the list yet because we're almost going elimination in order, right? Like hockey is healthier than basketball.
Hockey is healthier than basketball.
I don't think.
My only concern is the risk of injury and like serious injury. Like I don't know if anyone's died playing basketball, but people have died playing hockey.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about longevity.
Yeah, but you have to think about how many people play in a whoa, we're both stuttering. How many people have played in a hockey game per year, and then how many people die per year in a hockey game? Right?
I don't know. But it's more people have died playing hockey than basketball for sure.
No, see, you just that's not relevant. If 2 people have died playing hockey in the last 10 years, but there have been like, I don't know, 700 million hours of people playing hockey, and it's definitely more than that. There have been like, I don't know, 20 billion hours of people playing hockey. It's a drop in the bucket.
How many hours of playing basketball?
Yeah, but
I'm just saying people have died playing hockey. No one's died playing basketball.
I'm sure people have died playing basketball. Cardiac arrest?
Yeah, that's true, but not from a fucking skate.
No, see, you have one. we need to understand big data and realize that you're thinking, what's that book that you like? Peak experiences that really stand out in your mind. This is like the inverse of that. You're thinking of one like
one horrific incident,
a video you saw that was absolutely awful, but that's not the norm. So when I think of health, I'm also thinking which cardio systems are involved, what level of strength is required to be playing. How long you can play it is interesting.
That's a great one. That's a great point.
So that would open us up to things like tennis and even potentially golf to be on a list. The training for the sport, right? Are we just talking about playing the game, or are we talking about, what?
No, training too.
Okay, training too.
Yeah, tennis is a great one.
You kind of got soccer's injury risk, especially as you get older, is up there.
Soccer
not because
super
of
high injury
contact,
risk.
But
ACL
and tweaks.
Yeah. High impact, really high impact.
Yeah.
Concern with hockey is like a lot of the hip and ankle issues as well, if we're removing death from it. Just like the
hockey players are so tough that
No, they
You-
are. They are.
that those issues aren't. Did you see the USA versus Canada, by the way? 2
Yeah,
days
dude, that was
ago?
insane. It was
Oh, I
unbelievable.
told you about
It was
yeah.
like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. And one of the best reactions was the refs as they were like, "Oh my gosh, the refs were losing it." They're like, "That was amazing." And here, because they were mic'd up, and hearing them talk about it was so funny.
I missed that. I'm actually going to watch that.
Um,
Oh, swimming is on a list here.
oh yeah, swimming. Oh my gosh, that might have to.
You can do
That
it
might
forever.
have to be it.
Yeah,
It
just
might have
like
to be swimming.
insane, insane zone
And you
2
do strength
cardio.
train for it, and yeah, swimming might literally have to take the cake on that. I was going to go with tennis. But I think that get the injury risk. Injury risk of swimming is so low.
So low.
The death risk, though.
I think it's hard to put. Like, I don't think you can put running at the death risk was drowning.
Probably a lot of people
Shouldn't
have
laugh
died.
about that, but I don't think so. Not an
Not
organized swim.
recreationally swimming. Yeah.
No, not even the higher level you get. In other sports, the higher level you get, like you still have the same risk or even a greater risk of an ACL,
Yeah.
for example. Whereas swimming,
No.
once
nothing.
you get good, drowning risk
Yeah.
approaches limit zero.
Dude, it might be swimming. I think that's probably it. I don't even know. I don't think I would have thought about that.
We'll give swimming the tentative crown right now.